to the next level.
Hey, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Coach Tiffany Parra, editor-in-chief of Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. Today is Monday. It is Mental Monday, and we are here to help you start the week right on just that positive note. I've got some of our amazing contributing writers. I'm going to go ahead and bring them on in the house. Hey, we've got Audrey Link in the house. Good morning, good morning. Got Teresa Palmer. Hey, Teresa.
Hey.
And we've got Liz Miller. How do you say your last name again, Liz?
Mahaley.
Mahaley, thank you so much. We got Liz Mahaley in the house today, and this is her first live show with us today. So I'm so excited to have Liz hit the floor with us today. We are all taking center stage on the Own It magazine and publishing platform, and we are here to help y'all get physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially fit. So welcome. So ladies, let's go ahead. I'm going to start with you, Audrey. Let's go ahead and just introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about what you do.
Well, hello, everyone, wherever you are in the world. I am Audrey Link. I am in Alberta, Canada. There's a lot of Canadians here today. And I am an aromatherapist. My company is Essential. It's Empowered Oils. I've just kind of changed the name. So still rolling off my tongue. And yeah, excited to be here and, help everybody with a little bit of health, wellness, with gifts from the earth.
Awesome. Thanks, Audrey. All right, Teresa.
Hi, good day, everyone, wherever you are. I'm Teresa Palmer. I'm a nurse practitioner, or advanced practice nurse, as it's often called. And my expertise, is holistic cardiology. And what I do is I bridge the Eastern tradition, spirituality, metaphysics with the traditional Western medicine and cardiology. So my clients get the best of both worlds, the Eastern and the Western tradition together. And right now I'm transitioning from a private cardiology practice, a brick and mortar, to doing some consultations, some speaking, some different things online. I'm an author of the book called Heal Your Heart from Within, and it's published through Balboa Press, which is a division of Hay House. And it could be found on Amazon.com or BalboaPress.com, BooksAMillion.com, or BarnesandNoble.com.
Awesome. Thanks, Teresa. Welcome. All right, Liz, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Liz Mahaley from Alberta, Canada. I'm a master crystal practitioner dealing with crystal energies and bringing positivity to everybody with crystals, wire wrap pendants that I make myself. Anything crystals, metaphysical is what I do. I do currently have a couple of courses available. They're not published yet, but I do teach in person and online to bring everybody the positivity that we need for today.
Absolutely. Awesome. Welcome, Liz. Thank you. So today, ladies, we are talking about self-limiting beliefs, those things that someone has told us, or maybe it's society and the way just things are. There's just something that is keeping us from being the best that we can be at times. And I know we've all been on this journey of really just, showing up and being the best that we can be. So we've all had those self-limiting beliefs. So I want to just go around the room and talk about, these self-limiting beliefs. So can you share a personal story about overcoming, a limiting belief, and then kind of share, you know, when those creep back in, how you're able to just push that back and be able to, just manage and continue to move forward in life in that positive way. So we'll start with you, Audrey.
Mhm. Yeah. So limiting beliefs for me come up almost always. So in my teens and stuff, I had the limiting belief that I wasn't from the right family, wasn't from the
Mm,
right side of the tracks, you know? And to get through that one, it was, you know, love myself. That one was the love myself. And then getting into my 20s. Like, I mean, it kind of goes in waves, you know, that limiting beliefs. You have these beliefs that you're not good enough. So in my 20s, I'm not good enough. I'm a single mom. I'm I'm trying to, find my way, find my purpose, find, who I am. And I'm not worthy. I'm not, pretty enough. I'm
mm,
not, all of that. Maybe you're looking for a partner. And so, all those limiting beliefs, and kind of how I got through that was I can do it.
mhm,
Just maybe I did a bit of meditation. I did a bit of self-reflection in those years,
yeah,
right? Then I get into my 30s and I'm having my second child, and I'm like, wow, I want to start over again, you know? And thinking, I'm not strong enough. I'm not powerful enough woman. I can't do this again, have another one, you know? I these this should be my go out and do it years, you know? And I, I just kind of settled into motherhood and just
mm,
started loving where I was at in that life. And then hit my 40s, and my kids are starting to get older, and the belief is, oh my goodness, are my years gone? I'm
mm.
in my 40s and 50s. Are my years gone? And then you see all these powerful women who started and did it in their 40s, 50s, 60s. And so, now my limiting beliefs, I just hang around with women like you guys, right? And the belief comes back. So limiting beliefs for me were in waves. Always, I had something, and then I talked to a friend, I read books, I journaled, all of that. So that's my story about, my journey of limiting beliefs. They
I
still are
love
happening.
that. I love that. I think they always still are going to come, right? Oh, I love that. And it does come in waves as well. I think I can relate to everything that you said because I have had those waves. And you're absolutely right. Putting yourself around positive, like minded individuals or individuals that you aspire to be like, or to have certain things, or to maybe flow through life the way that they are. You just put yourself around them, right? They always say that the top 5 people that you hang out with, right, are going to be that's going to show up in you. So I commend you for getting yourself around those people to just continue to keep you pushing through. So thank you. All right, Teresa, what about you? What about those self-limiting
Um,
beliefs for you? What's a story for you?
well, mine's a little bit personal, but it's also general. And it's the limiting belief of either or, not and. And I think right now
Mm,
we're kind of stuck into that. It's going to change because that's what awakening is all about, is getting out of that duality of either or. It's really and. And where I saw that the most was in healthcare. And I'm going back now. I've been practicing over 30 years. So I'm going back about 30 years when it was either or. It was a time when Eastern traditions, complementary medicine, alternative care was not that popular, especially in healthcare. And you took a side. It was either this or it was that. And I became fortunate because I had my own spiritual journey that started with Sri Dharma Mitra, who is really a spiritual master. He's still alive. He's 85 years old. He's still going strong. And I also got to do a medical mission. And it was in a country where there were some limited resources. I was in a clinic. A monk came in, a local monk, and he had a heart attack and he had to get to the hospital. The hospital was 65 miles away. So we put him in a car, and I really believed he wasn't going to make it because just by looking at the tracing and EKG, which is a scientific thing, it told me that his heart was in bad shape. So I tried to be cheerful, I tried to be encouraging, but he could see all over me that that wasn't the case. And he said to me, he said, "Why do you doubt that I'm going to do well?" And I didn't want to say too much. I said, "Well, sometimes the heart gets damaged, and sometimes we come up against these challenges." And he said, "Right now, this is just a little bleep in the road for me." He said, "This is a bump in the road." He said, "I'm not going to die. I'm going to get over this and I'm going to make a full recovery." And he said, "I know people of science don't believe this." He said, "But I have this belief and this perception that it's not my time to go yet and that my heart would heal." Well, of course, I didn't believe it. We got to the emergency room, and the cardiologist there believes what I believe. His heart is damaged. Well, he chose not to stay in the hospital, and he wanted me to spend the overnight with him in the monastery. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I really want to do this, but I will. He said, "I need to teach you how to believe in the impossible." And I thought, okay. So I spent the night. In the morning, I was expecting that he wasn't going to do well. Well, I could tell you he was about 50% improved. I couldn't believe it. He told me, he said, "This is the power of belief and of perception." He said, "You saw me as a dying man." He said, "And I saw myself as a robust, healthy man that was overcoming a challenge." He said, "That's the difference between us." He said, "You totally believe in science and you don't believe in miracles." He said, "And I believe in both." Well, I have to tell you, that changed everything for me because when I got back to the United States, my practice was not the same. Even though I embraced science and technology, I also knew that there was more out there, and I knew the power of the individual was so much stronger than we ever believed it could be. And I think right now, with our societies, with what's going on in the world, that's what we have to get back to is that
Yeah.
power of each individual. That yes, we have the power to change things, and everything starts with us and it starts from within. And it's not either or. You're not on this side or that side, or you're not science or you're not woo woo. It's a combination of everything. It's a combination of and. It's this and that, this and that. And when you could believe that, and when you could practice your daily life or practice your profession out of that and, you come out of that duality. And that's really what the awakening is all about, is coming out of a duality into more our individual, not only individual belief, but embracing everything and anything that's possible. So that's my story, and that's what I would encourage everyone out there to do.
Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness, Teresa. Wow. Wow, the power of the mind, y'all. Seriously. Whatever you believe, you can achieve, right? We hear that. So thank you.
Yeah.
So Liz, so tell us, what's your story about self-limiting beliefs?
Wow. I have a number, but I'm going to go with not being able to have children.
Hmm.
In my younger days, Nothing more than I wanted to be a mom and have my own children. And finding the right partner, etc. Well, I thought I found the right partner, and we began our life together, and da da da. Well, I began experiencing miscarriages. After miscarriage, I had 6 in total. My daughter was stillborn at full term, and I had a big struggle with whether it was me or did I do something wrong? I was blaming myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I searched and I read and I searched and I read for, I can't tell you how long. Why was this happening to me? And I finally, discovered several different things. Number one, I was just not a person who could have children. I wasn't built that way. I could get pregnant, no problem, but just to carry to full term was not going to happen for me. So after doing a lot of self-meditation, research and just reading things, one book I read was Bad Things Happen to Good People.
Mm-hmm.
And that clicked a couple of lights on with me. And so I had my dear friend, Michelle, who, she said, Diz, you've been auntie to my 3 kids for years. You changed their diapers. You grew up with them. You know all about them. And she said, there's nothing wrong with not being to have your own. Because you have my 3, you're auntie. They will always know you as auntie. When they, and it was very true, because at one point, her one daughter called me and said, Auntie, I'm in big trouble with mom and dad. They're going to kill me. And I said, well, let's discuss your problem. So we did. And I said, the only thing you can do is just be honest with them and tell them this is how it happened. This is what is. And they're not going to get mad at you. They will figure out, understand, and then go from there. And, that really gave me a lot of more self-confidence. And yeah, I'm a great aunt and always will be. So I got over, the issue of having, wanting to be a mom. Well, not wanting to be a mom so much, but being able to have my own kids. And it's been, such a hard time. But, I'm going to say 30 years later, I've developed into the person I am and accept myself for who I am, and what couldn't happen. And, so there's always guidance for everything that you need to do. And sometimes letting go of something is really difficult for everybody. And you just have to let that go and just be positive to yourself and give yourself the encouragement. I can do this. I am a great person. I am strength. I am honorable. And, that changes, right? And so with all of that, I've become the person who I am today. So that's my story in a nutshell. One of.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And there's probably a lot of people out there that resonate with that as well, Liz. So thank you
and
so
it's
much
so
for
hard.
sharing
People
that.
don't talk about it. People, they just bury it.
Right.
And they shouldn't, because that can eat you up inside for your life. And they need to, get with people to be encouraged, to promote themselves, to, establish the positivity. And, that's, that's
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. So, everybody, it's Monday. We want some words of wisdom Words of encouragement to get people to continue to push through. We're at the end of July. Oh my, can you believe it? We're almost in August, you guys. So, Audrey, we're going to start with you. Please share some words of wisdom, words of encouragement to our audience, and then let them know how they can connect with you, work with you, what you got going on. So, yes, go ahead and let them know. Oh, you're muted.
Thought I hit the button. All right. So, my word of wisdom is get to know yourself. That's the best way to love yourself. Get to know even those dark places and just dive in there and love them because they're part of you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so to get a hold of me, um, it's empoweredoils.com. And you can reach me on WhatsApp's best, 780-202-0649. I'm also on Facebook with that name, LinkedIn with that name as well. And what was the last one? Sorry.
Oh, if you
Forgot.
had anything going on right now that they can connect with this to work with you.
Yeah, so there is some courses that I have going on, metabolism course that I have going on. They're all online. You can go at your own pace. Sleep, metabolism, stress, pain, all those. So just message me on one of the platforms. And one more thing that I've got two books. It's one is the Heal book. You Can Heal Your Life book. And then the other one is I'm just getting into a compilation book. The launch is October 17th. Oh, I know it's that weekend. In Calgary, actually. It's in Calgary, and the book is called She Thrives.
She thrives.
Yeah, it's all about
Awesome.
it's like there's 20 women in this book, and we're all talking about just women issues going through. And mine is about self responsibility. So, yeah, very excited about being in that book. And yeah, that's kind of what I got going on.
Awesome. Thanks, Audrey. All right, Teresa. Words of wisdom, words of encouragement, and then how they can connect with you and what you got as well for them to tap into.
I think the words of encouragement are that you could achieve what you want to achieve in life. It may take some work, and you've also got to be realistic because there's some things that perhaps you can't. I cannot be an athlete. I cannot be a competitive tennis player at my age, but it doesn't mean I can't be a good tennis player. But I'm not going to the US Open unless I buy a ticket. So I would tell anybody that they could achieve what they want to achieve. It may take some work and some inner work. I agree with Audrey that you have to get to know yourself. You have to know what your needs are, what you need personally, and that you could do, you don't have to choose a side. It's not an either or, it's an and to have the respect to be able to voice not only your own opinion, but to embrace other opinions, to seek out people that may be different than yourself. Because I think that's the thing that we're kind of going into, that right now we kind of label people that, oh, this person is this or they do that. And I would encourage people to go out there, to even pick the person least likely that you think that you had anything in common with or would get along with, and to really get to know that person, to sit down to find out things about them. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how we really have a lot more in common with each other than we think we do. That's my words of wisdom. I could be reached right now, Instagram. It's right now it's under at well underscore being underscore gal. I'm also revamping my website. I have somebody helping me with that. I will have a free gift on my website that talks all about self-awareness, the heart having a brain. I believe self-awareness is kind of our missing piece in health. And I think that's why, especially when you look at heart disease, the numbers aren't good. We still rank first in the United States, fifth in the world. And I think a lot of that has to do is because we're not in touch and we don't know ourselves. I did write a book called Heal Your Heart from Within. It is available, as I said, on Amazon.com, BalboaPress.com. I'm also in the process of right now not only writing another book that's going to go more into the wisdom of the heart and really that solid bridge between Eastern and Western science, philosophy, metaphysics, health. And I do have, fingers crossed, I have a publisher that wants me to send the book proposal to them. It's no guarantee that they're going to want it. It's just basically they showed enough interest in the topic that they would like me to do the book proposal. So I have that on the front burner. I have to finish that up in the next couple of weeks. Right now, my website is wellbeinggal.com. You can still go on it. It's WELLBEINGGAL.com. I'm also on Facebook and I'm also on LinkedIn.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Teresa. All right, Liz. Oh, you're muted.
Words of encouragement. Wow. I've needed a lot of those the last few months. I would say words of encouragement. Every day is a new day. Start fresh. Start with your 10 minutes of meditation every day. Empty your mind. Fill it with positivity. Yesterday was a day. Today is a new day. Fill it with positive thoughts, positive thinking, words of encouragement for yourself. I am strong. I am powerful. I am good. I can get through this. I will get through this. And just from personal experience of having my Facebook account hacked and just getting it back recently and having to rebuild my business, and I'm still rebuilding, but it's been a challenge and a struggle, but I've gotten through it. The worst of it is over. Now it's just to regain back all my customers, and I'm doing that slow but sure. But positive thinking every day, and your meditation, your breathing, just, it's just part of what should be everybody's daily beginnings, in my opinion. I can be, reached at Tranquil Soul Crystal Boutique. My new website is crystalsoul.ca. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, rebuilding everything, but we'll get there.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Liz. Well, ladies, I want to just thank you so much for joining me on this Mental Monday to help really motivate everyone out there to just start their day with, or their week with positivity and just be able to push through regardless of what's going on or who's saying what to you, who's in your ear, right? And everyone, I hope that you have gained some great nuggets of knowledge today from these women sharing their stories of conquering those self-limiting beliefs, because you know what? You can do anything and everything that you desire to do. You just got to do it. All right. That's my words of wisdom and words of encouragement for you today. So have an amazing day and an awesome week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.